calling for the suspension of the local government election, citing a federal high court Abuja judgment. The House agreed to immediately transmit its resolution to register to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission via a strong-worded letter. This is after members of the Rivers State chapter of the People's Democratic Party on Thursday staged a protest march to the Department of State Security Office and the Government House, both in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. I'd like to get your thoughts, basically. I'd like to get your thoughts on that one, basically. What do you think, right? Like I've said, start dropping your comments. We're live. I'd like to hear your comments. Better still, I think I should start taking calls, but I do have a commercial in a bit. I'll tell you all about the last big story in Jiffy, maybe after the commercial, because it will take us about, 5 minutes to deliberate or to talk about that one before I open the phone lines. Why? Because there is a coalition. Is it a coalition? What's the pronunciation now? A coalition, right? A coalition, a group. Was it coalition? Some people call it that. But a group earlier today, was it today or yesterday, in a press briefing, urged the NJC, that's the National Judicial Council, and the CJN, newly sworn in, to look at about 4 judges of the Federal High Court Abuja who they describe as pro-Wike judges. Now, they listed a plethora of cases ruled by, these judges, Justice Peter Lifu, Justice Justice Omotosho. There is Justice Tosho, who is the head of the Federal High Court, Abuja, and they claim that these judges are always given judgments in favor of the FCT minister and his allies. We'll go for a quick commercial. When we do come back, you will listen to them directly as they narrate what they feel is a stain on the judiciary. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back. right. Thank you very much for staying tuned to 92.3 Nigeria Info. It's 3:27 p.m., almost 3:28 p.m. I am Kaladako Rubatabo. This is Hard Facts, and we're looking at the big stories making a round. And I was just telling you about another big story, or one of the big stories, and it has to do with some people coming together to say that they came together to say that the NJC and the what's it called now, the CJN should come together and take a look at these 4 judges, investigate them, because these judges are dishing out judgments that is a stain to the judiciary. And the first thing that came to my mind was River State again. Why is everybody paying so much attention to what is happening, to the political drama, like I call it, in River State? Well, let's take a listen. We'll just listen to a bit of it. It's a long, sound, but let's take a listen to a bit of it.
Electoral Commission to conduct local government election on October 5th. It is a significant step towards upholding democratic principles in River State. This decision aligns with the Supreme Court ruling that mandates all states to hold election for local government area chairmen and councillors within 3 months. It is crucial for democracy that this election take place without undue delay and interference. I think one of the key things that we must be able to explain is that there's nowhere all the time that we've been conducting elections, and because of the kind of elections that have ushered in leaders that have not shown any competence to deliver on our goods of our people, from 2007, 2006, 2007 election, you saw that there was a progression to have not to have judgment stopping an election that is already in progress, or to have a judgment or an unexpected order stopping the primaries of a political party that is already in progress. This is to bring sanity to our electoral process. And whatever that is going contrary to that today is not something that any Nigerian should encourage. We commend Justice IPC Igwe because his judgment keeps the peace in River State today. River State is very important. The plan by the enemies of our country, working in high places to throw River State into anarchy, has been effectively arrested by Justice IPC Igwe's judgment. However, we are deeply concerned about certain judges within the Federal High Court in Abuja. We believe that there has been a troubling trend of partisanship among some judges, particularly those presiding over cases related to River State matters. It is time to salvage the integrity of the Federal High Court and the Nigerian judiciary most especially. They have turned the Federal High Court into the playground for pro-Wike groups, where we hereby call upon the National Judicial Council, NJC, to take immediate action by suspending John Toso, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, along with Justice Peter Lifu, Emeka Nwete, and Joseph Motocho. These judges' actions and decisions have raised serious questions about the impartiality and commitment to justice.
All right, like I said, it's a long audio clip. I would have to stop it there. However, why always River State? If you're a football lover, you would know where this question emanated from. What's his name now? Mario Balotelli would always ask while he was at Manchester City, why always me? And now I'm asking the question, why always River State? Why always River State? And I think the group is a coalition, once again, a coalition of, I think it's COP, if I remember vividly, a coalition of parties coming together to say enough is enough, that's what they're saying, and that the NJC and the CJN should step in. But what are your thoughts? Basically, that's what I'm going to ask you. What are your thoughts? So on Facebook, we've got Didi Chimeze saying, PDP said they are part of October the 5th election. Why are they disturbing the peace of the state, doing protests like Students' Union? Stephen Oyesyanga says Nigeria is a constitutional democracy where the law reigns supreme. The court has given a verdict on the matter, and the Rivers State government approached the appellate court for a stay yesterday but lost out. So why wouldn't the governor obey the constitution? When the tribunal, appeal court and Supreme Court reaffirmed his victory, other candidates obeyed. Now is fighting against the same law. That's from Stephen Oyesyanga. And that is his opinion, right? In Young, their masters giving them money to do protests just to disrupt the peace of the state. Thank God Ability Atwego on Facebook says, Canada or Guinea. I don't get that part. You say what's happening in Vivish State? I don't get that part. But you say PDA, PC members protest against the local government election is laughable. I say they pin them. It is sweet us. Now let's go to the phone line. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003 and 0817-923-0007. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm staring at the television on one of the national TV stations, Rise TV to be precise. There is a press conference by IPAC, Inter-Party Advisory Council, I believe, and they are giving a press conference, guess what, on the Rivers LG poll. Why always Rivers State? That's the question. I've got Dede from Iwofe. Dede, welcome. Let's get your thoughts. Good afternoon, Dede.
I greet you, Canada. Happy holiday.
I wonder. There's nothing happy about it for me because I'm in the studio like every other day and we're talking. But let's go. Let's go on. Let's go on, Dede.
Happy holiday.
All right, let's hear you now.
You see, everything happening is ordained and approved by God Almighty, who is the creator and the director of mankind. You know, nothing that is happening today that is a surprise to most of us who has been following up the political trend of Rivers and Nigeria at large. Why do I say so?
You tell me.
You know, considering the battle of supremacy, of total control, of structure, lasting and building. And you know, like Rivers State is the treasure base of this country. So the battle now is on who will be in charge of the control of this treasure base. But there's something that people forget. Thank God there is a governor. But while I'm not happy with the governor, it's because he has not taken the decisive action. You see, he just declare he just use 2 days public holiday every year he's taking. What if he declares them wanted now and place 20 billion upon their head?
Interesting.
They will not come to Rivers State again. But he just allowed them. You can imagine a quarter.
So when you say he's allowing them, Dede, are you saying he should flout the law or he should become what's that word you guys like to use? A dictator?
In the eyes of these whole things, there is no law. It's a lower court to compare with the Supreme Court judgment.
Okay. All right.
And the politicians have succeeded in manipulating and misplacing the understanding of the law.
All right, they have got to go.
Court tonight is their marketplace. They can go and protest and come and enforce it on people. And the one they want us to do.
All right,
they want to impose it or not. Let them protest.
Okay, they have got to go. They have got to go.
Election will come.
All right then, election will come. Dede says, what are you thinking? Joseph from Burukri couldn't wait. I've got Ida from Inkoro. Ida, welcome. Let's get your thoughts now, please. Yeah, I greet you right back. Okay.
Within federal high court and state, which one is the right government?
Which one is what? Ida, you say which one is what? I can't hear you, Ida. Ida, can you speak? I can barely hear what you're saying.
Are you hearing me now?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
I said, put your list process alone. They say the worst election in the past we got bad judgment. Let get the election and they will not be attacked again. They will sit out on their own. And they are five of what to do this Saturday.
And who has done?
Judgment is coming from here. It's not good. You must take a peaceful state, other simple man. Please, don't question others, please. Now, they ask anyone not to protest, but they are protesting, and police does not arrest them.
All right.
The federal government protest, and this can approve them. Hunger is every year. If you allow everyone to breathe, and the election, go for their village, vote for candidate of their choice.
All right.
If they are popular, let them go for popular.
All right.
The governor. Thank you.
All right. Idat, thank you very much for your thoughts. I've got Mufasa from D-Line. Mufasa, all the way from D-Line. Welcome. Tell me your thoughts, please.
Thank you very much, Captain.
Yeah, greetings to you.
Well, it's really quite unfortunate that our judicial system has been brought to this level that it has not been brought to before in the history of Nigeria.
Okay.
That judges, have subjected themselves to the whims and caprices of politicians. I hope that Justice Kekereekun, who, when she came into office, read the Riot Act, has listened to the voices of these concerned Nigerians and do a proper investigation on the activities of these judges that have been called out.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
So what if they do the investigation? I like what if questions, and they find them innocent. What would be your reaction therein? Just asking. Since you're also calling for
just need to wait for the outcome. I'm sure these individuals must have seen certain, indications that must have, gave rise to the allegations that they leveled against these judges. I don't want to, begin to make any assumptions.
But it's not an assumption. I'm asking you a question. I'm saying, what if it doesn't go the way that you're thinking? And what would be your reaction?
No, but my thinking is that we should have a judicial system that is void of all these kind of, funny allegations against judges.
Okay.
Growing up, a judge is seen as somebody that is close to heaven. There's a particular level that we place judges. So when you begin to hear this kind of allegations, you begin to wonder at what point did we descend so low that judges will be seen as appendages of politicians. Judges will be seen as people that you can just come and you buy them over and they give judgments and expert orders and injunctions in favor of politicians. So for me, if they are found innocent, I think time will definitely tell. But let me quickly say this, brother. The people that came out today, I saw most of them with face caps and t-shirts branded, and I was just laughing.
Yeah, they were chanting songs that they support
people were needed
the
to come out to protest against hunger and bad governance just because they will not be paid. They didn't come out. I understand most of them were given 3,000 naira. There is hunger in the land, and you don't, of course.
Mufasa, can you? I would have to pause you.
I said that we're going to have an election on Saturday. That is what the Supreme Court has ordered all states to do. And from Saturday, Rivers is going to have the election, and local government chairmen and councillors will be elected into office, and the state must move forward.
Mufasa, you cannot substantiate whether they were giving 3,000 naira or not. This is radio. People are watching from out. But like I said, there is no evidence. There is no evidence to that fact. All right, then. Thank you very much. Moving on. I've got George from Buguma. George, welcome. What is on your mind?
Yes, good day. You see, I was supposed to do law. That is what is in my destiny. Because I argue so much, right? When I was in JSS1, that was when my class master told me that this is what is your destiny, Clement George.
So what's your point? What's your point? What's your point? I don't have time.
What I'm trying to say is that, listen to, I know where I'm going. It was because of the embarrassment and the shame in the judicial system of this country. I am planning to do it outside this country when the time comes. My brother, you can see, sending your child to read law in this country is a big problem. And so if the CJN has promised that in her coming, she will sanitize the judiciary, I don't think that she should be waiting so long. The moment she took over office, she needs to place sanction on most of these people, call them to order, and give them strict warning, because you can see what they are doing. How can you always refer to Federal High Court as the highest court and the State High Court? Why there is a State High Court and there is a Federal Court, a court of the same equal jurisdiction, but giving conflicting, causing confusion, destabilization, and everything is just based on River State. It just centered on River State. Because of the treasure that is here, everybody is now just making the state, trying to see how all these judges now, they are the 4 judges now. Are you telling me that they are doing what they are doing for free? Because they are taking
George, you do not have evidence that I've got to let you go at this point. I know once again that we can be very sentimental with the kind of politics we play in River State. Usually everybody has got where they are leaning towards, right? But I would ask you while you are on this show, try your best to remove the cloak of sentimentality and look at things from a factual angle. If now you're called, Isaiah George, to come prove that these judges collected money, do you have evidence? Please, let's stay with the facts. I've got Victor from Rumo Krushi. Victor, welcome. What is on your mind?
Okay, guys, good morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, afternoon.
All of the above.
Okay. If we are listening to these protesters, I think if we have conversation about them, it's like, to me, it makes them look relevant. It's not relevant because that protest is a failure on arrival. The election next tomorrow must vote. Even if we have 5,000 on the polling union, we will vote.
All right.
And the election will vote successfully and peacefully.
All right.
Then, in the issue of this judge, Canada, you can see it because I think we were the people that say you say it's alleged.
But it's still alleged. It's still an allegation. Did I say it wasn't an allegation? It's still an allegation.
Okay.
I just told George that now.
But it is from the day in the government of Buhari that we start observing, hearing the language, body language. So the body language shows you what is going on in the judiciary. So that when we say judiciary is the problem of this country, we don't have much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I wonder if Lucky from HA is still there. Lucky, welcome. Sorry for keeping you that long. Yeah, let's get your thoughts, please.
Thank you so much, Canada. Hello, Lucky calling from.
Hello, Lucky. It's good to hear from you. Welcome. Let's get your thoughts now, please.
Yes, I want to thank the governor. For standing firm, and then the people who are protesting. The PDP told us that they are not aware that there is the election. In fact, this did invite them, but they were not invited in the meeting. And now the protest has been on. They have been singing series of counter protests. Stopping them, court and all that. And the Rivers people are saying, come Saturday is the election. Since you are not aware, what is the need of protesting? Since you are not part of the election, why are you protesting? And then the people who also calling on the justice who are the issuing this, the judges who are giving counter and protests of judgment they have been giving. We want to tell the federal government, led by the Tinubu, that the so-called minister and his cabinet is giving the people of River State unbearable, and this time we can no longer condone it. River State, we are one of the. We are also the citizen of River State. Come Saturday is the election. Come and vote. You deny the security agent. You add the security agent. They shouldn't come and we leave the River State. We have our security agents. We have the neighborhood watch. We have East Park, including our various communities. We are going to ask our security agents to go there. Of course, the governor have already given 2 days public holiday. So what are we waiting for? So if you're not popular, can you just be in your hand? Allow people that want to test their popularity. APC is in ballot. We have our candidates. Other political parties are there. What are you telling us?
All right, thank you. Olo Lucky, I've got to go.
Now, anybody who would like to come, we're also calling on the use of the K to beware. Anybody who is coming to undermine on Saturday's election, will dare to it.
All right, thank you very much.
Of the state will resist them.
I've got to go. Olo Lucky, thank you very much. I've got Susie from Irima. I missed that one. After Clinton from Bori, I'm going to read messages. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you, Clinton.
Yeah, Colonel, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Clinton.
You asked the question, why always Rivers State?
Why always Rivers State? I mean, any good did their local government election, no noise. In some northern states have done theirs, no noise. We've seen some other southeastern states do theirs. Akwa Ibom, I think. Why always we?
Rivers State is the epicenter of politics in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
That's why it's always Rivers State.
Tell me about it.
It's only in Rivers State where everybody is political. The radio callers, the pastors, the judges, the lawyers, the barristers, all of them, they're all political. Now, we should always remove emotions and sentiments from politics and look at the substance of the matter. INEC, that is saddled with the responsibility of releasing voters' register, they compile it and they release it. I've come out to make a public declaration that they've not released the document.
Could that be politics? Now, you've just said everything and everybody in Rivers State plays politics. Could INEC be playing politics? Because RISEC is insisting.
I wouldn't say, I can't say. But if they are institutions saddled with that responsibility, I've come out to give that statement. I think we should abide by it. Now, RISEC is saying that they received this document a year before today. Now, what about those that registered this year? Are you going to disenfranchise them from voting? And what does the law say about that? So
but you see, Clinton, you know what we say when we have arguments like this, that you're shifting the goalpost. The argument is about the 2023 voters register, not about those who registered after the 2023. I don't know if general election. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. The argument.
Local government election was not supposed to be held last year. It was supposed to be held this year, Canada.
Okay.
So,
but what they want to use the 23 voters.
Why go ahead and do that when you have to pay?
If like to the very cost, those who made the election, they have to go on the governor of the issue of the secretary of
we don't when a political TC. When you call in into entity, you call in SA on my own.
Give them the appointment on SA on protest.
And okay.
They should allow that to have peace.
Okay, all right, I get you now.
Come with again. Every time you can cut order.
I get you now.
It's a problem.
All right.
You allow this young man to do his job.
All right then.
The local government something is a constitutional something. Local government election is a constitutional something. We are not only the state that is doing local government election. Thank you and God bless.
All right, thank you very much. I've got Chima from Ada George. I missed that one. So let's focus on messages. On Facebook, I like this message. Emma Kingsley, Rivers High Court, Rivers High Court did not categorically say categorically say like it. To lawyers a pile of judgment. Ferdinand Wodo says, IPAC just press conference now and they have endorsed the Rivers State election. Kalada, nobody can stop an election. It is in the law. Kalada, nobody can stop an election. It is in the law. But IPAC is not the law, right? And I just mentioned not too long ago. Thank God, ability. I think I've read your message. I don't get that. Please your message, please, if you do not mind. WhatsApp message. Says, tweet us, they pay them as saying this, protecting
right after.
It's all. Why all the Rivers State favoring the question now? Because one time I shall say Rivers State is a state of the public now. Rivers State is a state that they will use the youth for pro. Rivers State have alpha omega. Now my question, can Minister West give like the sitting president? Citizen will fall analog at him. Out of that meets the answers. No, I feel the president derive joy from what is in Rivers State. The government everywhere. One minister of FC struck the governor because the state rep of DTC will continue. So governor is happening in the West and not the doom, but anything that will come up. All of us will dance at the Rivers State. Thank you, big European once again. T Grace, the friend. This okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I can't. All right. Anything can confirm. I'm sorry. The democratically elected chairman I think you meant evicted democratically elected chairman. He has extended it as a legal CTC chairman. He has refused to remove them even when Supreme Court does not recognize them. Rather, he added another month to them. Between the Federal High Court and State High Court, which of them entertained this matter first? Dokubo A is asking. But moving on, this one says, have you seen the unbranded cabs, mass production cab they shared to these boys? My worry is, where do they even find these 3K boys? That's a pointer that we need to fight hunger in Nigeria. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. And Citizen says the Federal High Court in Abuja stops Rivers State elections when Tinubu... But that's not what happened, right? I'm tired of explaining that that's not what the Federal High Court did. But you said when Tinubu's government asked Wike to build quarters. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I've got to go. It's time for the business news. So I need to say something before I do go. When something cannot be certified, it's an allegation until it is proven. If the Constitution says it, everybody's innocent. You, me, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. So if you can't prove it, then it's an allegation. And that's what it is. So we'll be back. When we come back, we will be speaking with Tamnotoye Prophet Tobin, who is the Commissioner of RESEC in charge of Public Affairs and Civic Education. And we will be looking at the evidence. Remember, there is the banding of words between INEC and RESEC as to whether the voters register has been transmitted. So RESEC is saying they've got evidence to the fact that they have received. INEC is saying they haven't given. So we'll talk about that. We'll look at the evidence. Do stay tuned.